On that day, the air crackled with tension. Former President Donald Trump, a lightning rod for controversy, was attending a rally. Thousands of supporters had gathered, their cheers echoing through the streets. Unbeknownst to the jubilant crowd, a lone figure lurked in the shadows, his sights trained on the former president. This was not a protester, not a heckler, but a would-be assassin, his finger on the trigger of a high-powered rifle. The Secret Service, ever vigilant, had anticipated such a threat. Their counter-sniper teams were on high alert, eyes scanning rooftops and windows for any sign of danger. The agents were trained to react in milliseconds, to put themselves between the president and a bullet. But on this day, fate hung by a thread. The counter-sniper, positioned to neutralize the threat, hesitated. Those few seconds, etched in the minds of those who knew the truth, could have changed the course of history. The bullet, meant for the former president, could have found its mark. It was a chilling reminder of the ever-present danger faced by those who occupy the highest office, and the immense pressure on the men and women sworn to protect them. This video delves into that near miss, exploring the factors that led to the delay, the criticism that followed, and the insights offered by former Secret Service agents. It is a story of courage under fire, of split-second decisions with life-or-death consequences, and the unseen guardians who stand ready to make the ultimate sacrifice. The counter-sniper, his senses on high alert, scanned the crowd. He carried the weight of responsibility on his shoulders, his every action critical to the safety of the former president. His eyes, trained to spot the slightest anomaly, darted across rooftops, balconies, and windows. The pressure was immense, the heat stifling. Then he saw it. A glint of metal reflecting the sun, a subtle shift in position behind a window across the street. His instincts screamed danger. This was it, the moment he had trained for. But something felt off. The angle was awkward, the target's behavior not quite fitting the profile of a trained assassin. Doubt crept in, a fraction of a second that stretched into an eternity. Had he misjudged the situation? Was it a harmless reflection, a trick of the light? In that agonizing moment, the counter-sniper hesitated. It was a decision that could have cost a life, a decision that would haunt him long after that day. The truth, as revealed later, was that the glint of metal had indeed come from a sniper rifle. The would-be assassin, however, had botched his opportunity, panicking under the pressure. The counter-sniper, despite his hesitation, had still been in a position to neutralize the threat. But the incident exposed a vulnerability, a chink in the armor of the Secret Service's protection detail. The near miss sparked a firestorm of questions and accusations. How could a potential assassin get so close? Why did the counter-sniper hesitate? And most importantly, what measures would be taken to prevent such a close call from happening again? In the aftermath of the near assassination attempt, security experts and former Secret Service agents dissected the incident, searching for answers. The focus quickly shifted to the counter-sniper and the factors that contributed to his delayed reaction. Was it a failure of training, a lapse in judgment, or something else entirely? Some pointed to the extreme heat that day, arguing that it could have impaired the agent's cognitive abilities and slowed his reaction time. Others cited the grueling nature of the job, with long hours and constant pressure taking a toll on even the most seasoned agents. Fatigue, they argued, could have played a role in the near miss. The human element is always a factor, explained a former Secret Service agent who wished to remain anonymous. These agents are highly trained, but they're not machines. They get tired, they feel stress, and sometimes those factors can affect their performance. Beyond the individual agent, experts also scrutinize the Secret Service's staffing levels and resource allocation. Was the agency stretched too thin, its agents overworked and under-supported? Some argued that budgetary constraints and political pressure had led to a decline in the agency's effectiveness, putting the lives of those they were charged with protecting at risk. The investigation into the incident would ultimately reveal a complex interplay of factors, from the environmental conditions to the immense pressure faced by agents in the field. There was no single point of failure, but rather a series of contributing factors that, when combined, created a perfect storm. The Secret Service, tasked with protecting the lives of the President and other high-ranking officials, operates under a veil of secrecy. Their methods, tactics, and even their numbers are closely guarded secrets. However, the near-assassination attempt on former President Trump offered a rare glimpse into the elaborate security apparatus that surrounds the Commander-in-Chief. Before any public appearance, the Secret Service conducts a thorough threat assessment, analysing intelligence reports, monitoring social media, and coordinating with local law enforcement. Every detail, from the route the President will take to the location of potential escape routes, is meticulously planned. On the day of the event, a multi-layered security perimeter is established, with agents stationed on rooftops, in crowds, and even undercover among the attendees. Snipers, bomb-sniffing dogs, and advanced surveillance technology are all deployed to detect and neutralize any potential threats. It's like a well-oiled machine, a former Secret Service agent explained. Every agent has a specific role to play, and they train relentlessly to ensure that they can execute their duties flawlessly. Despite the meticulous planning and the dedication of the agents, the near-assassination attempt highlighted the fact that no security apparatus is foolproof. The Secret Service, like any organization, is vulnerable to human error, unforeseen circumstances, and the ever-evolving nature of the threats they face. The incident served as a stark reminder that even in the 21st century, with all its technological advancements, the safety of those in power can hinge on a split-second decision, a stroke of luck, or the unwavering courage of those sworn to protect them.